Welcome back to Dinner and a Show. I'm Brian.
I'm Tanner, and we've got a very special movie to review. Well, he's going to review it. I'm not going to review it because I'm in it.
Yeah.
But only for a minute, but still, I'm in it.
I think if you want to interject something, it'd be totally fine.
I'm only going to talk about like certain behind-the-scenes things and like what the film meant to me personally. And like you're going to sit here and review it. I'm not going to rate it. I'm not going to review it. I'm just going to hear your thoughts on it. That film is Julie Jackson's independent film, 45 RPM.
And it was, I think, all of it was shot in our home state of Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually really fun to watch. I don't really get to watch a whole lot of independent films that Arkansas filmmakers make. So this was a great experience. I get to watch his movies because they're fun. Like the Focusing Effect, which I should put the GoFundMe page down there so you can still support it.
Shameful plug. For dinner tonight, we are having McDonald's.
Woohoo! Not a sponsor. But still, we're loving it still.
Okay, now your review. Go!
Okay. Charlie is an artist in New York.
Played by Liza Burns.
And she has a roommate, and I think they seem pretty cool and stuff.
Played by Kristen Mann.
Yep. Charlie needs some money. And she has to turn in like a progress report to her artist board, I think, by a certain date. And she wants to try something different because all she draws are like bathtubs. Anyway, she's trying to find a record that her dad worked on when he was a part of a band from just a long time ago. And she gets a clue that it's in she's told that it's in Memphis. She travels over to Memphis, 36 hours, finds out that the dude who owns that record store, his name is Louis.
Played by Jason Thompson.
Yeah. He, apparently he wasn't really listening to half the conversation on the phone, and he doesn't have it in the store. But he's willing to go with her and help her find this record. And so pretty much it's a buddy road trip.
Yeah, they go all over Arkansas just like trying to find this little record. And the reason that she's looking for it is because it's sort of like traces back to her childhood and to like a place that she may have been or something that she imagines just from listening to the song. But the thing is, she has to hear the song again. She has to figure out where this artistic inspiration came from. Because, like you said, like she draws the same thing over and over again. It's this bathtub, it's this place. She doesn't like remember where it's from.
It's simple. Find a record, and there's a good meaning behind it. And I thought that was a very good motivation for our main character, Charlie, just to find it. And I think they did a good job portraying that. And she did a good job portraying the urgency of finding this record. I really liked the music. And they're all local bands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, did they make these songs for the movie specifically, or did they have these songs already and they just kind of put them in the soundtrack?
Well, some of them were made specifically for the movie. I mean, especially the song that they're looking for that was obviously made for the movie.
Okay. Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is really a film that really celebrates art.
I thought Jason Thompson as the actor for here, I thought he did a good job. I did a good job. I just think he was sort of a one-note guy.
Oh, come on. Man. There's more to him than just like talking, like spouting all about music and facts and stuff like that. I feel like you do see something within him that is just more than what he appears to be.
Yeah.
That's how good of an actor he is. I think he is awesome in this movie. He's got a very charismatic screen presence. He's a powerhouse actor. I love watching this guy.
I don't doubt that he has a ton of talent. I just thought for this role, he just kind of plays the guy that knows a crap ton about music.
Oh, I think there's more to him than that.
Well, I think there is. If there was, I didn't quite see it. He kind of reminded me of John Candy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And that's what made me
Take that
laugh.
as a compliment.
Yeah. I mean, he was great. He was a comedy relief. He was the one that talked a lot. So, I mean, you got some development between the two because he was initiating the conversations. You do have to get past the big, possibly plot hole question of why Charlie decides to go
Because she's
to
looking
Arkansas
for that record.
with a complete stranger.
It's not that hard. I mean, like once you get to like meet this guy for like the first time, like I think you might understand. Like the only threat he poses to you is to your sanity because he does talk a lot. So it's just like she'll be
Yeah.
okay. She'll be okay.
Yeah.
I never let that bother
But-
me at all.
I mean, it didn't bother me too much, but I was like, all right, in real
And they
life,
do have separate rooms on their first stop.
yeah. I would be like, all right, in real life,
It's a growing friendship. It's,
Either-
it's a trusting relationship that keeps developing. They do trust each other as the movie continues.
I would at least call my roommate and be like, hey, I'm going with a guy to Arkansas to find this record. Please, if you don't hear back from me by a certain time, let me know. Or please call the police. It didn't detract me from the story too
It
much.
could sound like it is.
That's alright. It was just funny. I liked the atmosphere. People think of Arkansas as a big old hick town with nothing but flatlands and rivers and overalls and... No, it's not like that at all. If you go visit Arkansas, it's actually a pretty cool
And you see
state.
a lot of Arkansas in this movie. They shot all over.
Yeah.
Like in Jonesboro and Blytheville and Pocahontas and Little
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah, you have a ton of landscapes to work with, lots of rivers. You go to downtown Little Rock even, I think, on a few points.
Same thing, do they? Okay, I'll
Or at least they have some shots, unless those are stock footage
Yeah, well.
shots. But they have some great shots of the city.
Shot by Brian Stafford. He's
Yeah.
beast.
He is. They have some. They even have some helicopter shots, which
Yeah.
you know, for
That's
me,
right.
I was kind of taken aback. I was like, oh wow, they were able to get
They actually
rent
they
a
actually
helicopter.
have money.
Yeah, to rent a helicopter and take these cool shots.
The film was made as part of a grant from the Ozark Fiddles Film Fest. That's how they got the money.
Yeah. So anyway, it was really cool. Got to see a lot of production value in this. I love the car.
Oh,
I don't know what kind of car it is. It's a Pontiac. But it looked like
it's lit.
it was like a '60s model, I think, at least. That thing was, man, that thing was great. I knew a few of the actors in there, besides this guy right here.
Oh man, the film is riddled with a lot of Arkansas talent. We have Candace Hinkle, who was in True Grit. We have Natalie Carradine, who was in Sling Blade and October Sky, among other movies. Ed Lowry, who had a small role in last year's The Magnificent Seven. Let's see, Dwayne Jackson, Johnny Brandon, Jason Willie. Let's see here. Matt Newcomb, Fran Austin. Sorry, if I just like list these, like the array of just many of these talented Arkansas actors, we're going to be here all night. I'm just not going to
Absolutely.
mention them all, but
I knew personally
but they are
Johnny
here, and they feel
Jason.
they feel like real people.
Most of the film seemed to have a good pace. I don't think there was anything that was too crazy. They got out there. The scenes that may have felt like filler were meant to build the relationship between Louie and Charlie. Like the bar scene. Like she
And the
decided
scene
to
at
go over there.
And the scene at the bridge, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the bridge scene.
Yeah, and the scene
Which is right.
the scene where she blows up at him, like you never shut up, like you're supposed to be helping me, and blah blah blah. There's
Yeah, that seemed a little over exaggerated to me because it was like she seemed okay. I didn't really see her too irritated throughout. Maybe a little bit, but like not enough to where she like blew up. Like in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I'm just gonna compare that since they're both road trips. You can tell the build up. Like John Candy's character was, or Dale Griffith was. Like, he kind of got under your skin and stuff. I didn't really get the fact that, or I didn't get Louis as someone that would get under my skin.
this isn't Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Well, I know it's not. But he's supposed to annoy her. He didn't annoy me. I enjoyed what he was talking about. They do have a lot of good animation in here. I mean,
that's
she
right.
is... Charlie's an artist, so they take full advantage of that. And I just want to say one of the artists, they actually showed her work in a few scenes. One of them being an art gallery scene. And they got
she was
her...
an extra in the art gallery in the opening.
Yeah.
Mandy Maxwell was her name.
And they got her to animate a few, just small like sequences or shots. For
Some of it was rotoscope. Mandy and Julie worked on that together. Particularly a stunt that would have been impossible to pull off otherwise.
Yeah, because Charlie would have died
Yeah.
in real life. So luckily that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So they just animated it instead. And I was like, hey, that's a creative way to get around actually jumping off. But yeah, like overall, this is great, and I think the ending was a great payoff.
Very moving.
Of the movie. Yeah, I'd definitely give it a watch. Where can we watch it?
Well, the film is available on DVD. If you go to 45rpmmovie.com, you can figure out like where to find it, and also it's available on Amazon Video and on Google Play. And well, I mean, the DVD is also available on Amazon too. But yep, yeah, that's where you can find it. Just like check it out and stuff like that, and just like
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description so you can get it.
I always forget that the first couple times I saw this, I kept forgetting that I'm in it. Mainly because I don't show up until like an hour and 10 minutes or so in this, and like by that point I'm just too wrapped up in these two main characters and their journey and stuff like that. I like them. I like what they go through. I love the dialogue. It's very well written script, especially like when they're like being slowed down by a tractor in front of him, and Louis talks about why he doesn't do music, why he appreciates the art, and does it himself.
See, I like that scene. That was a very good scene.
That's a very Tarantino-esque scene.
Tanner's a good character in the movie.
Thank you. I contributed somewhat to the journey. I mean, like, if you look at the ending, there's a collage of people who helped on this journey. I'm in there.
That one spot in the collage.
I'm right next to Natalie Caird. How did I get the part? Well, it all started in March 2011. Julie had asked me to accompany her on a shoot in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, because like she was going to be working on this shoot, and she needed helping hands. She needed someone else to like be there with her and stuff like that, someone to help out, be a PA, be a set coordinator or whatever. I was 18 at the time. We knew each other from movie camp because like we were both the counselors at the movie camp, and so she messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm doing this thing like this Saturday. Would you like to like help me with it and stuff like that?" It turned out to be Toddlers and Tiaras. It was one of the worst weekends of my life.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did my job, I got paid, and that was about it. And so, that following summer, Julie invited me to audition for a film, because like it was going to be made that fall, in the fall 2011. I went in and I auditioned for the only role in my age range, his name is Ted. He's a very standoffish kid who works at a laundromat. I went in and I auditioned. I got a text that same day from Julie saying that I totally nailed the part. I thought, okay, that's a good sign. About a month later, it became official that I got the part. I was really happy about that. But this was also around the time that my grandfather had died. And so, yeah, it was a really rough time for me and a rough time for the family, and I really needed something to help cheer me up. I thought doing 48 Hour 2011 was going to be like the thing that would help cheer me up, but that's another story for another time. The thing is, it didn't really turn out that well. But then in September 2011, they called me up to Pocahontas. They were going to film a scene in one day. And Pocahontas is just like not that far away from Biggers, where my grandma lives, and she was still adjusting to the fact that Grandpa was gone, and so my mom went up there with me, and while I was on set, she was spending the entire day with Grandma, and they even came to the set to like be supportive and everything, and so while they were doing their thing, I was doing my own thing on on location with Julie and these awesome people, with Liza and Jason, these really talented guys, really nice people, and the crew members who were awesome. There's Miranda Sink, the set designer, Jonathan Hicks, and a few other people, Brian Stafford, the cinematographer. We spent about 5 to 6 hours just like making sure everything was just perfect on that scene, and something about that day, just like being on a professional set, being with these awesome people, that's what helped cheer me up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so I'm so grateful for this movie, and I'm so glad that it's finally out there after all these years, and people get to see it and enjoy it for like the absolute treasure that it is. It's got a great story, it's got got great characters in it. It's got a great script. Anyway,
It really does. Like, I've kind of, poked fun at it, but no, this is really great, and it's really great to see a film of this caliber, like, be filmed in Arkansas.
oh yeah, absolutely.
A film that kind of reminds me of that kind of caliber would be Mud with Matthew McConaughey and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. Or Warrego, Arkansas, my favorite film.
As Arkansas filmmakers, film critics, it's always fun to just see these films being shot in our state, because you always see it's either New York or California, and now kind of Atlanta and New Orleans, but it's great to see just a film made in Arkansas that's actually really good. And I would definitely recommend it. I would give it a high 5. Definitely a lot of fun.
You're saying that now, but watch it again. You're going to give it a secret handshake.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? I'll watch it again, and it's a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed it. Great characters, great story. Very simple story too. It's like you don't need a huge story to have to make it engaging. I guess you're not gonna.
I can't.
You can't, yeah. Because you were a part of it.
Around the time I was doing this movie, I was interviewed by the local paper in Manila, Arkansas, the Town Crier, and I got to talk about like how I was in this movie and like what it was like to be on set and everything. I made this joke that Julie got me a job on Toddlers and Tiaras, and then she gave me a role in her movie to make up for it.
Oh, that's so funny.
I don't necessarily think that was true. I'm hoping that she wrote the role with me in mind, but I just thought.
Hey, if it's whatever got you in there, it's great. But
okay, that's the payoff to the Toddlers and Tiaras thing.
Yeah. Gosh, I hope you guys don't like that show. Anyway, I'll put the description of where you can get the movie 45 RPM if you guys are interested in buying it.
That's right. It's available on Amazon Video and on Google Play. Check it out. You won't regret it.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'll get the Amazon link for it, and I'll put the movie's website on there.
Mm. Also, check out my short film New Horizon, because there is a character in that film played by Chris Tedeschi of The Rivers Unknown and Surrounded by Love that is somewhat based on my character in 45 RPM. I'll give you that link too.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like us on Facebook. I'm Brian.
I'm Tanner.
And we will see you
at the movies.